I'm going to start a circuit. I'm going to create a new circuit. And I'm going to need a resistor. I'm going to use a 4-pack of batteries, AAA, 3 batteries, so it'll look like yours. I need a breadboard, and I need, oh, sorry, I don't need a resistor. I need an LDR, which is called a photoresistor, and I need an LED. Okay, so here we go. What I'm going to do is set up this circuit the way, and I know as Yi pointed out, I do it a little bit maybe differently than you guys, but basically how I like to do this is I always like to have my high voltage at like physically the top of my Tinkercad layout, and I personally like to have ground at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to change that to black. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. My LDR is going to go here, and I'm going to attach the bottom of my LDR to ground. I like using green or even white for my in-between wiring. Then I'm going to connect, hang on, I'm just going to move this down. I'm going to connect a wire from my LDR to my LED. And so I can see with my LED, this is the longer leg. I know it's the longer leg because it's bent. And I know the longer leg has to go up to my higher voltage. Okay, so my longer leg is going to be the one that goes to power. Okay, so here is what you guys need to know. What you need to know is when I simulate this circuit, okay, what happens to the voltage across my LDR? Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you, and you would have done this in your homework actually. Hopefully you all did your homework. All I have to do to make this explicit is to use a voltmeter. So basically, I want to know the voltage, okay, from the top of my LED. Okay, I can actually just put it right on the LED terminals, and maybe let's make this a different color. Let's make it purple. Okay, to the bottom of my LED. Okay, so I'm going to set this up as a voltmeter. Okay, so here is what you need to know. I need to know that when I start my simulation, okay, when this isn't getting light, so let's say I have my finger over top of this LDR, and you guys physically have this LDR, right? So you already know what happens. You know that when you put your finger on it, the light gets dimmer, right? And then when you take your finger off the LDR, right, the light gets brighter. Now it's a very subtle difference, but it is actually physically getting dimmer and lighter here, okay? But the reason for that is because the voltage, remember when we drew this circuit, we said the voltage output of a voltage divider is the voltage across R2. Now we don't have R2, we have LDR2, okay? But I can see that when the light is dark, my voltage is high because my resistance is high, okay? And when my light, when it gets brighter, the resistance of the LDR gets lower, so the voltage across it gets lower. And as we can see, this is like a very tiny range of voltages. That's just 0.3 volts. Okay, but I can see the dimness changing in this LED. I could set this up so I would have a more drastic brightness and dimness. And the way I would do that would just be by adding another resistor in here. okay? But never mind that. But we can see, so I'm recording everything I'm saying right now, okay? I'll just break it down for you. Low light means high resistance in the LDR, which means a higher voltage across the LDR, okay? Brightness means a lower resistance over the LDR, which means a lower voltage across the LDR. And all this is tied together because V equals IR. It's all tied together by Ohm's law. Can I ask you guys, are there any questions about this? Would you be able to explain this on a quiz? Any clarification needed on current, voltage, Ohm's law, anything? Okay, because it's about to get a bit more complicated. So I'm going to stop